welcome to my channel. I'm Mark, this is Mark's Mods, and today guys we're going to be doing our Optimus Prime build. So we are going to do stage 44 of Build the Optimus Prime, and there is quite a bit to do actually in this issue. Some very fiddly parts, but we are going to be putting on the left shoulder that we've been working on in the previous stages to the actual torso today. So this looks really interesting, and it does look a few bits and pieces. We don't get a whole lot of parts, but what we are actually doing, wow, there is quite a bit to do. And I think we've had quite a few stages where we haven't had a lot to do, so it's nice to welcome a stage like this. The only thing is, as soon as we finish the left shoulder, we're going to start working on the right shoulder. So it's a bit like when we did the Terminator, guys. It's just repeating itself. You've got to do two sides. Bit like the X-Wing when we had to do 4. So, yeah. Should be used to repetitive things by now. Anyway, let's get on with today's build. So, with all that said, let's get modelling. Okay guys, so this is the left shoulder. This is the last stage in the left shoulder. Now, one thing we have been given in this, which is quite nice actually, we've been given this nice little wrench. It's like a piece of piping. Looks amazing. It's a 5.5mm wrench, so that side's 5.5 and that side's 5.5. So nicely giving us that little handy tool. But we're also going to need a little tiny wrench as well for this stage. So let's get started. Looking forward to this one. Okay, so we need to bring our left shoulder across. I had a feeling that would come off, but I have got my glue out because we do need it in this stage, because we do need to glue some bits on. But I'll glue that on after. I might even leave that off until it's actually probably needed, or we're near to the end of the model, because I can see that probably been a bit of a problem. Anyway, right, so enough of me gaffling along, let's get started. So we need this piece here. Now this is just going to fit on to here, just like that. Okay, and we need to screw that in with 3 BM screws. So here are the 3 BMs. And that one just wants to fall. So we'll get that in. Maybe I need to remagnetize my screwdriver. But once these 3 are in, I'm not going to need to use the screwdriver anymore, I don't think. Because we've only got these screws to go in, the rest are nuts and bolts. So, yeah. Oh, flipped off me. A second. Okay, so those 3 are in. Right, the next thing we need to do is we need this little ratchet part here. That's just going to fit onto there, but we need the ratchet side obviously showing upwards, so just like that. And then with that in place, we need this bit next. This is just going to go over, if that doesn't fall out. I may have to glue that in place if it's going to be a problem. Okay, so we need this bit here. So this is going to fit over, just wiggling it into place, just like that. Okay, now we've done that, we need to secure this in. So if I'm looking at it from that way, it wants Now we've got two nuts in this, or nut and bolt. This one is the smaller one. That one's just going to fit through that hole. You want to just wiggle that through. Now we do have our little tool here. I'm just going to use that just to kind of screw through there, just to try and get it out the other end. It should come out, which is just starting to appear now. And then we need to put a nut bolt. These have got washers already in them. They've got like a plastic washer, so they are a locking nut, that's the word. So many of them with the Terminator. Okay, so I'm going to screw this in now. So just using this, it's quite easy to do. No real math with it. Okay, so holding it and moving. That might be a bit of a better angle on it. Nope, it's here. Easier said than done. And do it as I was doing it before. Right. That's going in again now. Problem is just holding this little bit on it, on the end while you're doing it in. You kind of need to have three hands. One to grip the shoulder, one to grip the nut, and the spanner on the nut, and one to twist to tighten it. Okay, so we're almost there with that. Just gonna tighten up a bit more. There we go. Okay, so that is in place. Right, so still with the left shoulder, the next thing we need to do is just move that down. We've got two more ratchet pieces to go in. One there and one there. Now they're going to fit one in there and then one just down into there. Now it's actually asking for these bits to be glued. So let's get some glue. We used glue in the last stage and we're using it yet again, so we don't need a lot. I'm not dousing it in glue. Okay, so if I just get my little glue spreader, so we'll just put the glue into here. And then we'll just drop this plastic ratchet bit into place. So that's just gone into place. And then we just need to do the other side. Like I said, it's nice to we've given quite a bit to do in this one, even though it's a little bit tricky and fiddly. Yeah. Pick that up. I can probably stop holding the other side now. That glue should have adhered. Okay, that's in, but it's in the wrong way round. I had a funny feeling that would happen. So quickly take it out and turn it around. Might have to put a bit more glue on that. Yep. So it would have taken off the glue that I've just put on. So always double check what side you're putting it down. I honestly thought I had the ratchet side upwards, but no, I had it facing down. And that's not how they're asking for it. Okay, that is definitely in the right way this time. Right, so here we go. We need to bring our torso across. So here it is. And we're going to be working on this side here. Okay, so with this on here, we need to fit this into place. So this is going to go on, yeah, right, so round that way. This little knot here that we've just put them little ratchet bits on, it's going to fit in between these two bits here. Now this is going to be a tight fit, but doable. Okay, right, so we've got them bits in. So the next thing it needs is, we need this one here. I think this is the short, is this the longer nut or the shorter nut? H. So this is the longer nut that is supplied. And we also need K, yeah, and L. Okay, so K and L are basically washers. So K is a split washer, as you can see just there. That's going to go on first, and then we have a flat washer that's going to go on next. Okay, so there, on there, and then we need to feed this. This is where it's gonna get tricky, guys, because there's not a lot of space. We need to feed this down the hole, and this is what's going to connect our shoulder to it. Now you're gonna have to make sure this is aligned up properly in order to do this. So I've just got it up facing me, just so I can sort of see down that hole, and then hopefully I can get this in. So I'm just gonna wiggle it around, just trying to fit it in. So it's gone through so far. Might just get our little pipe and just try and twist that through like I did on the other one. And it should come through the bottom. Come on. It is getting there. But it's a little bit stuck. I don't want to pull it out. Right. Yeah. Okay. So we're more or less through. Yeah. Getting that. And tight fit. gonna see if I can thread that through. I mean, it's a tight fix. It means it's going to be a nice stiff joint. But this is a bit of a nightmare to get through. I am not joking. And it's in a really tight space as well. What I'm going to try and do is to get just some pliers just to try and help me twist this down. Try the duck build pliers, they might help more to get some leverage. I mean, it is definitely coming through. I am not joking. But it's an incredibly tight fit. The problem is now is going to be getting this off. Right, that is through, and I've got some slack on it finally. Right, let me try and get that pipe off, or that ratchet off, or whatever you call it. Because the next thing we need to do is we need to put a nut on it. I did have a nut out ready. So you can probably guess what I'm doing here. I'm just putting a nut on the bottom, and then we're going to tighten this all up. That was tough. That was real tough. Right, so we have now the problem of we've got to keep that nut in place using our little spanner. While we tighten this. So let's see how that goes. Hopefully not too bad. Can I get that spanner? Also make sure you get the right side of the spanner. Oh, that's definitely the right side of that spanner. Let's try and get this in. Come on. Ah, right. So the problem is on this, I've just realised, is that the nut for this end here is clashing against the nut for that end there. So what does it say in that situation to do? Let's tackle it from underneath. So to basically go underneath here and try and tighten it. So we'll try that. Thing because that nut is actually stopping it. Oh wow, yeah, that is tightening up nicely. So I was doing it wrong. Yeah, that is brilliant how that worked out. Okay, that didn't break anything, don't worry. Well, that's on. Okay, so now that's on, apparently we can now sort of close that up. Yeah. Make sure this end piece is on. I think it was on. Well, it's not anymore. Don't worry about that, I'll sort that out after. So that sort of closes up. Yeah. Okay, I'm happy how that's gone. Let me just put that back on. Sometimes it's hard to locate where these things have come from when they come off. There we go. Right, so that is on. Right, okay. That's not finished though, so we're not going to get away with it from that easy. That is not finished. I'm just making sure everything's correct here. This bit here should go on top of there, but we don't need to use that. Now, we're not finished there. We've actually got to make some like pistons. These are shoulder connectors. Okay, so we've got 3 of these, 3 of them, and we've got 3 pins to do. So what it wants us to do is it wants us to get these here, and this here, it wants us to slot that down, yeah, and then we need to stick a pin through it. So take it, these should move. Okay, so here we have the pins. I should be used to this by now doing the camper. He hopes. I'm just checking. Is there a side this needs to go in? So, here we go. Smooth side first. Always smooth side first. I've got my flat pliers here. But sometimes I just find using the desk mat works. Now, that wants to slip off, so I'm just going to try and get that in a little bit. No, just like that. Then we get this bit here. And like I said, sometimes I find just using the mat helps. Come on. These seem quite big for these pins, to be honest with you. Right, let's just try and flatten this. Okay, so you kind of need to finish them with some pliers, some flat nose pliers. Right, so we've got another 2 of these to do. Okay, so I'm going to do what I did before. I'm going to go, while it's off, I'm going to go smooth side first. Make sure that's started. Use my mat just a little bit. Once that's through, get the other bit, put that in, just like that. Push that down, and then finish it off with the duck build pliers. Use these things, photo etch, this, they are a very handy tool to have. Okay, so that's another one done. Right. Last pin, there we go. I'd lost one of the pins then. I thought that is going to be a disaster. You don't get spares. So don't lose the pins. How are we doing timing for this so far? 23 minutes we've been building. So not too bad. This one's not wanting to go in, but it will. Okay, so that one's in. So we use our... It doesn't matter which way these go in round because they are universal. So the same on each side, should I say. Right, so using the mat and get the duck-billed pliers. Don't think I've ever had so many tools out for the Optimus Prime. Okay, and they go into place. Right, so now we've done that, we're going to be fitting these. So we'll bring our shoulder and torso across again. So these are literally going to pop in. One's going to go into there. We push that in, and then the end is going to go on to there. That's pretty neat. Push it all the way down. Okay, we've got another one to do from here to here. I like how they've done this. This is pretty cool. And that one's all the way down too. Okay, and then we just turn this over because we've got one at the back to put in. So this is going to go all here. Make sure they're pushed in properly. And that one's just going to go on the back there, making sure it's pushed all the way down. It will. Come on. Okay, that's not wanting to go all the way down. There's no flashing in there. Fighting me slightly. I'm just going to try and use the duckbill pliers again. Let's try and help me get this one in. That's definitely not going to want him to go in at all. Right, let's... And that has actually just bent it slightly. So what I'm going to do is, so I don't do any damage, I'm just going to use my file just to file that out a bit. Right, that should be a bit better. We're going into there. Right, that's gone in nicely. And that one into there. Oh, right. There we go, guys. If I pull that down now. Okay, there we have one complete shoulder on the Optimus Prime. I probably will put that detail back on, but I'm probably not going to do it now. I'm probably going to wait till later to put that back on, because I think it's, if we've got the other side to do, then I think that's got the possibility of breaking off and causing problems. So yeah. So, but that is this stage complete. I did say there was a heck of a lot to do in it, and there was a heck of a lot to do in this stage, but that is looking beautiful. Starting to look like it now. So I am really impressed. So that is stage 44 complete. Well guys, that's it for our Optimus Prime build for this week. Thank you for tuning in. That was quite a bit to do. So this is going to be quite a good video this week for this one. But Yeah, it really does look nice now we've put that left shoulder on. Now I know, like I said, we are going to be moving on to the right shoulder in the next few stages. So that'll be the next 4 stages if it's anything to do with like the left shoulder. But it does look very impressive. Now I have put that little bit that fell off. I've put that away. I've labelled the bag where it came into, which was stage 43, which was the last one we did. So I know to go which magazine to go to and to where that part goes, because this is 120 stages long, and in about what 70 odd stages I've probably forgotten where it goes. So it's just one of them things. But make sure you label your parts, guys, if you're going to do that, and so you can reference back to them quite easily. But I'm really impressed. I'm really impressed. It really does look nice, that left shoulder. I can't wait to get the right shoulder done. And I know payment's been taken for my next pack for the Optimus Prime, and I've looked at some of the images that we're getting on Fandom, and I'm wow. And there is some posts on Facebook as well about what's coming up, and this thing's going to blow your mind, guys. It really is going to blow your mind. Anyway, if you like this video, please could you give it a massive thumbs up. If you haven't already subscribed, please remember to subscribe and hit the notification bell and you'll be notified of any future videos. But as for always, stay safe and bye for now.